Guys, this is it. This is the episode. This is episode 100.
100.
Oh, you guys said it at the same time, and I didn't. I regret this. 100. Just overlay that, Chris.
It's okay, Ben. You can try again on episode 200.
We'll get there.
It's kind of wild. This is actually like the first time I've had the jitters going into an episode since we started the podcast, where I'm just like very excited and kind of nervous about recording the episode.
Marcus, I am terrified.
So
We did a practice run.
yeah, but that was like in real time, like a month and a half ago. I've forgotten all the practice.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a couple of reasons that I'm feeling this way. Number one is what we're doing. We are going to be doing 100 hypothetical questions in just 100 minutes. So it is going to be the fastest of our lightning rounds.
We're almost going to double our question count. Not quite, because we've had like lightning rounds and we answered 2 questions in the beginning.
Yeah, it's close. We're close to doubling the number of hypothetical questions. And then I'm also going to preface that there's 100 of these. Some of them are not going to be very good. A lot of these, we have a bunch of listener questions and some questions from us, but a lot of these came from Chris's very good 3,000 What If Questions book. And when I say very good, it's about as good as our Would You Rather book, in that out of the 3,000, maybe there's 100 usable ones in that whole book.
Yeah, here, very is a synonym for not really is kind of what we mean.
An example of one that we're not using in this episode because it was bad is, what if you were being chased by a pack of wolves, would you run?
It's
Very tricky what if right there.
that question only has any legs if you know about wolf safety tactics. But not only is it just going to be a wild ride of questions, there's another reason that I am nervous, and it is because we have set stakes for completing this on time. So we discovered a few episodes back, maybe 92 or 3.
It was for... What episode was it for? What question were we answering?
That's really... I don't actually know. Hold on. I'm looking back. It must have been... when would this have come up?
I was talking about... Why was I talking
What if
about
everyone
Ben
celebrated every holiday?
Yeah, that one. That's got to be
Was it?
What if everyone celebrated every holiday?
Was that a do you have Benjamin Franklin holiday, Chris? Or Ben?
I didn't. Chris definitely found it.
Yeah, it was my answer.
Oh, wait, there was also the boozy grab bag. It's possible...
Oh, that's got to be the one.
Well, Chris's was, what if you were always drunk? I don't think it was that one. I think the one about the weird alcohol wasn't the boozy grab bag.
It was what if you were always drunk, because I was looking at positive things about alcohol.
Got it. That's right.
And I found 2 of them, and that was one of them.
So you found one positive thing about alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, what we discovered in that episode, or what Chris discovered, was Benjamin Franklin had a signature cocktail, which sounds cool, and I'm like super in for it. You know, drink a little piece of history. Until we got to how the cocktail is made, and we have decided that this is going to be our punishment if we go over time. So once we start answering questions, we have a synchronized stopwatch here, and if we go over 100 minutes, we are going to create this beverage and force ourselves to drink it for the podcast. But here we are. This is the ingredients for Benjamin Franklin's signature drink. First up, 6 cups of mid-priced brandy. I like that he establishes mid-priced.
Yeah. Ben Franklin isn't cheap, but he's not like, come on, don't get crazy here.
So the alcohol is brandy. Next thing is nutmeg, which is a weird thing to throw in a drink. I guess as a garnish, maybe it's okay.
I mean, it's like eggnog.
Yeah.
Next thing we're going to be adding is 11 lemons, peels only.
That is not like eggnog.
Not quite, not that eggy, not that noggy.
2 cups of fresh lemon juice, so I guess probably just what you get from the 11 lemons, so it could probably just say 11 lemons. Sugar, and then really what really ties the whole drink together into one unifying package, this, the brandy and the lemon and the nutmeg, is 3 cups of whole milk. And you might be thinking, if you just put, a bunch of milk in a bunch of lemon juice, wouldn't that just curdle? And the answer is yes.
It was designed to do that.
Part of the preparation is to boil the milk, add the mixture and stir it, then strain out the solids. It is going to be my first cocktail that involves the step of, filtering out the solid curds from the drink you're preparing. And I'll say this. This is exactly as far as I'm willing to go for this podcast. When you first mentioned these ingredients, we talked about doing it as a punishment. Mentioned that it was lemon and milk and brandy, and I'm like, well, it's probably just fine. Like, if you mix those, it probably makes a decent flavor profile. So I was not worried, and I was ready to just intentionally throw the time. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just make sure it goes over 100 minutes because that's pretty easy to do. And then, like a couple of weeks later, you discovered that. The curdling was part of the preparation process.
Yeah, because I just read the ingredients. I didn't actually read the instructions.
And then I was off it. And now it's in the realm where I am 100% not going to throw in the towel. I super want to do this in 100 minutes.
We've already committed to it being a punishment, though, so we have to stick to it.
Right.
Yeah, it is a legitimate punishment. I do not want to do this. But, yeah, that's what we're in for if we do not complete this in the 100 minutes.
And we've decided to, because we usually edit our episodes a decent amount just to keep it flowing, but we're not going to do that for this because we want to keep the integrity of the timer just so you can know that we're not cheating.
Yeah, you can play along at home.
Yeah, you could time us at home.
Yeah, and when we say edit a bunch, it's not like content. We very rarely edit out, jokes and we very rarely edit out any kind of jokes or tangents or anything. It's mostly just pauses, ums and ahs. So if we just sound
and
a whole
talking
bunch
over each other.
Yeah. If we just sound a whole bunch stupider than normal.
Yeah, that's just you're learning this is what we're actually like.
We're actually stupid.
Yeah, it's what we're actually like, plus it's us going absolutely crazy after 50 questions, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we discussed taking a break in the middle, and we decided not to do that.
Yep.
Any last words?
Nope, I think we've stalled as long as we can.
Yep.
So who's gonna hit the stopwatch? Ben?
I will hit the stopwatch. Should I count us down?
Well, you have a separate stopwatch, so we'll both, because you're hitting a separate stopwatch when I'm hitting it.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Oh, yeah, also, hi, I'm a huge nerd, and I'm going to have a separate stopwatch going so we can get lap splits on every question so we can see which questions took the longest. Once again, hi, I'm a huge nerd. All right.
He's going to, graph it and stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be grass. It's going to be great.
It really was just, Ben was like, ooh, there's a splits button. He's like, wait, I can get data for no reason.
I then also, by the way, I realized that the stopwatch we're using to synchronize doesn't export well. So I then went through about 6 other online stopwatches to find one that would let me export them. So, hi, once again, huge nerd.
It has now been 10 minutes, so we do have to start.
We should start.
Okay, so Ben and I will push at the same time.
Yep.
All right, I'll count you guys down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
That was a clip from Absurd Hypotheticals, the podcast where we answer dumb hypothetical questions. For the full episode, click on the link in the description.